Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T25-2. It's a Tier 7 American turreted tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Himmelsdorf, and this one is under the command of gritmaddness123. And he's in platoon with the other T25-2 on the team, the Buzzin'. And well, battle's about to start. Okay, game started. Now this tank destroyer was designed as a replacement for the Hellcat or the M36 Jackson, whichever one you prefer. It's armed with a 90mm gun as standard, capable of 240 alpha, and will penetrate 170mm of armour. With the premium ammo, that would go up to 258mm. And with the HE rounds, they can do 320 alpha, but only penetrate 45mm. Now, it's based on the T23 tank, or T23 chassis at the very least. But unfortunately, because that tank never got built or never put into action or production, I'm afraid it didn't get produced. You can see, unfortunately, went too wide, too deep, and the T26E4 Super version managed to put a round into him. And unfortunately, he lost 211 hit points at the start of the game. His teammate, his platoon mate's gone up on top of the hill, and I think that's where he's going to fight the rest of this game. Now, the standard reload time for this gun is 7.38 seconds. He's got 6.64, so he's managed to shave a bit off. But unfortunately, you can't fit vents on this tank because it's an open cockpit with a shield over the top, so vents wouldn't work. Now, because it's a turreted tank destroyer, it's actually quite good, because obviously that means you can utilise corners and you can angle your armour to actually stop the enemy penetrating. But it doesn't have much armor to start with. Only 76mm at the front on the hull and on the turret, and the rest of it's fairly weak. On the turret it's only 25 at the sides and rear, and actually on the sides of the chassis it's 51mm. And it looks like the enemy's trying to get further down. Our teammate's actually trying to use the same spot. Don't go too close to the edge, you will fall off. Oh, he gets a nice round into the rear of that T26E4. That's the same guy who punched a round into him, and he's looking this way, and he gets the second round in, and unfortunately he takes another shot from the Super Pershing, but he's still not moved, and he gets a third round into him, so I think he's better off from that exchange. It'd be nice if he could get the kill on that guy, but I don't think he's going to. This game took place in April of 2020, by the way. I know it's taken a long time to come forward, but we do have many replays, some from 2017 and some from even earlier than that are still waiting to be produced. Pafra M10 takes a round right at the other end of that road. I don't think he could see us, but we can certainly see him, and as a consequence he's taking rounds and taking damage. And the Buzzin' is still getting damage on the enemy around the corner. Oh, there's that Super Pershing again. We get one more round into him. He's looking this way, so we pulled back. Good decision. Oh, he's still there. And he gets another shot in and dodges the shell. I think he's going to beat the reload on this guy. If he can get another shot in, he'll kill him. He does. He's got his first kill. Now there's a wheelie coming up this way, an AMD 178B. And I think Grit Madness wants a piece of that wheelie. As soon as that Mario Kart arrives, he's going to try and put some damage into him. There we go. Hello! And he's out the game just like that. Beautiful. Yes, all Mario Kart should be consigned to hell as a devil's abomination. Yeah, I don't like wheelies. I think that's fairly obvious, isn't it? Yeah, I think Wargaming made a critically bad error putting them in the game. Oh, fantastic shot on the Type 64 at long range. He saw him coming and thought, oh, I'll have a piece of him. And the Buzzin's getting involved. Don't go too close to the edge. Yeah, you go too close to the edge, you might dive off. And another enemy tank is coming up the hill. But I think the Buzzin' and the IS-22 want a piece of that as well. Now, unfortunately, we're down to just 3 teammates left, and, well, you're looking at them. And Grit Madness has decided he's going to bail out of there because he wants a piece of this guy. That's a T34 Black. Now that's a tier 8 premium heavy tank. He's having to penetrate the lower glacis because he's not going to do much with the turret. It's very tough. But if he can get a shot in, yes, he got the kill. But this guy's going to be a little more difficult. That's a VK3001P. Now a heavy tank. Back then it was a medium. But he's got a fairly good gun. And in fact, actually, Grit Madness takes him out. He bullied him and got him. Nice. But unfortunately, we are now low on hit points. And there's another enemy tank down there. It's a Tiger 1. He's also tier 7. And I want to stay away from his 88mm. Because otherwise he could easily take us out with one shot. Grit Madness is very low on hit points now. And the enemy is capping. It was an encounter. No, it's not an encounter game. It's a standard game, but there's somebody in our cap area, and it's either the Tiger or the AT7. There's 3 of them in there. If we go around this corner, more than likely we're going to get taken out. There's the Borsig. Unfortunately, the Buzzing got killed, but we got the Borsig, and now we're facing a Tiger, and he's got most of his health. They've reset the cap. I think some of our teammates, actually, it's the IS-22, got shots on the Tiger in the cap area. And here comes the AT7. Oh, we only managed to track him. And he took us out. Yeah, he tried to go for the lower plate. You've got to go for that little pillbox on top. That's the weak spot. Unfortunately, he didn't. And now it's just the IS-22 that's left with his double barrel gun. He might be able to do some damage to the AT7, but he'll probably have to fire them one at a time. He did get some damage. And the reason I say he'll have to fire them one at a time because he's got to aim precisely at the AT7's weak spot to get the shots in, or at least he should, unless of course he's firing premium ammo. Now they're going to wait for him to come around that corner, so he's side scraping. That's a bit of an over-acute side scrape there. 4 enemies, he could defeat them. The AT7's just on the corner though, and he could probably shoot through the gap, and he does, and kills the AT7. Nice. Okay, where did that Tiger go? Well, there's a KD85 up there. In actual fact, the Tiger was behind us. He went round the long way, and we tracked him, and he's tracked him again. Unfortunately, that means we're in the long reload, and the Tiger's probably going to get a free shot out of this. Oh, we got him! Well done! I thought that Tiger was going to get him, but he's taken him out. Now it's only a matter of taking out the FE304, which is the enemy Arty, and their KD85, who's up on top of the hill. Now, the FE304 was last seen down the end of the road, and I think Grit Madness is actually taking control of this camera at the moment. He's the one who's looking all around. But he's giving us a good game anyway, so we're seeing exactly what's going on. Trouble is, I have the feeling that the FE304 might try a derp on this IS-22, because of course he does have a 4.5-inch howitzer, but he might do some serious damage. Now, somebody is in the cap. That seems to me to be the FE304. Oh, he's not going to cut across the square. He's worried about the KD85 firing at him from the castle, and so he's decided to go along the banana, this area. Don't cut across. Oh, I'm wondering if this is going to be a mistake, because yeah, he's looking round because he thinks that KD85, if he sees him cutting across this square like this, he'll put a round straight into his rear. Of course, if the KD85 is actually in the cap area, the moment we turn up, he's probably going to fire. If it's the Burt, though, he also might try a shot. Now, he's not on this side, So he might be up against the wall just around the corner. It is the Burt, and he takes him out with 1 round. So now it's 1-on-1 with the KV-85, mano a mano. But the KV-85 has more hit points than the IS-22. I have the feeling he's deciding he wants to go across the square. I wouldn't advise that. I think stay close to the castle and the banana. If you do come across him, you'll only have a split second to do it. But if he's got 2 shells loaded, he could fire both of them into the KV-85. And he found him! He's actually behind us! Oh, and he just missed! Don't back out! Don't back out like that! Oh, dear me! That's a mistake! Oh, how did he survive that? You shouldn't back out with your side to the enemy. He does get another round in. Can he get the next kill shot? Yes! He wins the game! Even though he backed out in front of the enemy like that, giving him a free shot on his engine bay. So it is a victory. Well, that was a very exciting game towards the end. An ace tanker for gritmaddness123 in the T25-2 on Himmelsdorf. That's a difficult map to play at best of times anyway, but he seemed to do rather well. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7. A duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. A 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. He got a tanker sniper for doing the most damage at a distance of at least 300 meters, and you have to fire at least 8 shots and get 85% accuracy. And he got a top gun as well because he took out at least 6 enemy tanks, and he got 6 exactly. Just look at that. But unfortunately, he didn't survive the battle, and he was carried over the finishing line for a victory by the IS-22. Let's have a look at team score. It was the IS-22 did the most damage in the game. He got 5,686 hit points. The next high scorer was Grit Madness with 3,111. And the third highest damage was that T34B on the enemy team. I thought he was going to be a real problem. But, of course, Grit Madness managed to take him down, no problem at all. Because he had been badly damaged. But he placed the shots where they could easily get a penetration through the lower glacis of that tank, which is a weak spot. 2,062 hit points of damage to him. When it came to kills, he shared the top spot with the IS-22. They both had 6 kills. They both got a top gun. But of course, it was the IS-22 not only got a high caliber and top gun, he got a defender and a steel wall out of that game as well. So he picked up a lot of awards. You can't see them there. And the second highest Space XP was for Grit Madness with 1,217. And the next high score after that only had a fraction of that, which was 583, and that was the UDIS 03. Grit Madness fired 18 rounds in the game, got 17 direct hits and 15 penetrations. Damage of 3,111 hit points, of which 1,095 were at more than 300 meters. He received 6 hits from the enemy, 5 penetrations, 1 non-penetrations. I did say that this tank doesn't have much in the way of armor, so you really don't want to get hit if you can help it. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed and 252 hit points of damage assistance. He also managed to get 38 defense points when he killed the Borsig in the cap area, albeit that unfortunately his teammate died in the process. 27,903 credits from the game, 10,464 from personal reserves, a total of 56,504 credits altogether, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away a profit of 45,236 credits. He didn't really have to touch the premium ammo. In fact, he didn't, because he didn't have any, and as a consequence he generated a lot of profit. 1,217 XP, 1,826 from personal reserves, 5,478 from personal missions payout, and because he was in a platoon he picked up another 274 and took away 9,404 experience points altogether. So a decent score on the XP as well as credits. So yes, carrying the team with the IS-22, he did take out a lot of the enemy tanks. Between them, they took care of 12 enemy tanks. That's 4/5 of the enemy team were taken out by just 2 tanks, Grit Madness and that IS-22. So I think everybody in the rest of the team owes them a beer for that one. At least I think so anyway. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm.
Alright, this one's gonna go in. It's my last one, I swear. Alright, can I open up?
And thank you for watching.